Handley Page Limited was founded by Frederick Handley Page in 1909 as the United Kingdom's first publicly traded aircraft manufacturing company. It went into voluntary liquidation and ceased to exist in 1970. The company, based at Radlett Aerodrome in Hertfordshire, was noted for its pioneering role in aviation history and for producing heavy bombers and large airliners. History: Frederick Handley Page first experimented with and built several biplanes and monoplanes at premises in Woolwich, Fambridge and Barking Creek. His company, founded on 17 June 1909, became the first British public company to build aircraft. In 1912 Handley Page established an aircraft factory at Cricklewood after moving from Barking. Aircraft were built there and flown from the company's adjacent airfield, known as Cricklewood Aerodrome, which was also used by Handley Page Transport. The factory was later sold off to Oswald Stoll and converted into Britain's largest film studios, Cricklewood Studios. World War I. During the First World War, Handley Page produced a series of heavy bombers for the Royal Navy to bomb the German Zeppelin yards, with the ultimate intent of bombing Berlin in revenge for the Zeppelin attacks on London. Handley Page had been asked by the Admiralty to produce a bloody paralyzer of an aeroplane. These aircraft included the O-100 of 1915, the O-400 of 1918 and the four-engine V-1500 with the range to reach Berlin. The V-1500 only just reached operational service as the war ended in 1918. Interwar Period. In early 1919, a Handley Page V-1500 aircraft, dubbed Atlantic, was shipped to Newfoundland to attempt the world's first non-stop transatlantic flight, only to lose in the attempt to a Vickers Vimy piloted by Alcock and Brown in June of that year. A crew departed for New York from Newfoundland but was forced to land on 5 July 1919 in Parsboro, Nova Scotia, where it was repaired over the course of the summer. The Atlantic continued to New York on 9 October 1919, carrying with it the first air mail from Canada to the United States of America. In the immediate post-war years, Handley Page modified a number of O-400s to passenger use, which they flew on the London-Paris route as Handley Page Transport. The V-1500 was considered too large to be practical at the time, but a number of design features of the V-1500 were later incorporated into an O-400 airframe to produce the first dedicated passenger design, the W-8. In 1924 Handley Page Transport merged with two other regional airlines to create Imperial Airways, the UK's first national airline service. Handley Page developed several large biplane airliners, including the luxurious Handley Page HP.42, for use on imperial routes to Africa and India. Handley Page also developed the Handley Page Slat, an auxiliary airfoil mounted ahead and over the main wing, which formed a narrow opening running along the leading edge of the wing to improve airflow at high angles of attack. The leading-edge slat was simultaneously designed by the German aerodynamicist Gustav Lachmann, who was later employed by Handley Page. The design was so successful that licensing fees to other companies was the main source of income in the early 1920s. In 1929 the Cricklewood Aerodrome was closed and a new one built at Radlett, where most aircraft were now to be constructed. However, the construction of aircraft at Cricklewood continued until 1964, when the premises were sold to become the Cricklewood Trading Estate. World War II. With the Second World War looming, Handley Page turned back to bomber design and produced the HP 52 Hampton, which took part in the first British raid on Berlin. In response to a 1936 government request for heavier, longer-range aircraft, Handley Page tendered the HP 56 design powered by twin Rolls-Royce Vulture, and this was ordered along with what became the Avro Manchester. However, the Vulture proved so troublesome that years before the engine was abandoned by Rolls-Royce in 1940, the air staff decided that the HP 56 should be fitted with 4 engines instead. As such, before even reaching prototype stage, the HP 56 design was reworked into the 4-engined HP 57 Halifax. The Halifax became the second most prolific British heavy bomber of the war after the Avro Lancaster. Although in some respects better than the Lancaster, the Halifax suffered in terms of altitude performance and was redeployed toward the end of the war as a heavy transport and glider tug, with several variants being specifically built as such, including the HP 70 Halton. Post-war, after the war, the British government sought tenders for jet bombers to carry the nation's nuclear deterrent. The 3 types produced were known as the V-bombers, and Handley Page's contribution was the HP 80 Victor, a 4-engined crescent-winged design. This aircraft remained in service well beyond the demise of the company which created it. In 1947, Handley Page bought some of the assets of the bankrupt Miles Aircraft Company. These assets include existing designs, tools and jigs, most notably for the Miles M52 supersonic research aircraft, and the Miles reading site at Woodley. The whole operation was Handley Page Limited, the company constituted to buy and operate the assets formed out of the legally alive but otherwise inactive Handley Page Transport Limited. The most significant of the inherited designs was the Herald airliner. Designs coming out of the reading site were shown by the initials HPR Limited. Demise. Unlike the other large British aircraft manufacturers, Handley Page resisted the government's pressure to merge into larger entities. By the late 1960s, the British aviation industry was dominated by just 2 combines, Hawker Siddeley and the British Aircraft Corporation, unable to compete for government orders or with large commercial aircraft. Handley Page produced its final notable Handley Page design, the Jetstream. This was a small turboprop-powered commuter aircraft, with a pressurized cabin and a passenger capacity of 12 to 18. It was designed primarily for the United States feederliner market. The Jetstream was too late to save Handley Page, and the company went into voluntary liquidation in March 1970 and was wound up after 61 years trading under the same name. The Jetstream, however, lived on as a successful product, the design being purchased and produced by Scottish Aviation at Prestwick and later when Scottish Aviation was incorporated into British Aerospace. From 1977, sites. Radlett Aerodrome was opened in 1929 as a grass aerodrome for Handley Page civil aircraft. The runway was extended in 1939 to enable production of Halifax bombers. Before closing, the airfield had 2 runways, 03-21 approximately 7,000 feet, 15-33 approximately 2,500 feet. Most of the towers, hangars and runways were demolished in the 1970s after the company was terminated. The M25 motorway now stands on the south side of the site, with Lafarge Aggregates now owning the remainder. The runway surface was removed and replaced with grass, but a shadow remains when viewed from the air. Products. Designations. Handley Page originally used a letter progression to designate types in combination with a number that may or may not have been meaningful to designate subtypes. In 1924, Handley Page moved to using the letters HP and a number to indicate the model. Thus the O-400 became the HP-16 and the W-8 the HP-18. When the assets of Miles Aircraft were taken over, the latter's Reading Design Office began using HPR, followed by a number indicates that the design originated in the Reading Design Office. Designs Type A HP-1 monoplane, Type B HP-2 biplane, Type D HP-4 monoplane, Type E HP-5 monoplane, Type F HP-6 monoplane, Type G HP-7 biplane, Type L HP-8 biplane, never flew, HP-14 prototype naval reconnaissance, Type O twin-engined bomber O-100 O-400 O-7 bomber O-10 airliner O-11 airliner with 400 airliner, V-1500 HP-15. Type W airliner W-8 HP-18 HP-26 Hamilton W-9 HP-27 Hampstead. Type T HP-19 Handley HP-20. Type S HP-21 HP-22 HP-23 HP-24 Hyderabad. Type TAR HP-25 Hendon C7 HP-28 Handcross, HP-31 Harrow, HP-32 Hamlet, HP-33 HP-35 HP-36 Hinaidi Heavy Bomber, HP-34 Hare, HP-38 HP-50 Hayford Biplane Heavy Bomber, HP-39 Gunung Experimental Biplane, HP-42 Biplane Airliner, HP-43 Three-Engined Biplane Bomber Transport, HP-45 Biplane Airliner, HP-46 Torpedo Bomber, HP-47 Bomber Torpedo Bomber, HP-51 Prototype Bomber Transport, HP-52 Hampton Medium Bomber, HP-53 Bomber Design for Sweden led to the HP-52 Hereford, HP-54 Harrow Monoplane Heavy Bomber, HP-55 Two-Engined Heavy Bomber Design, HP-56 Two-Engined Heavy Bomber Design, Halifax Four-Engined Heavy Bomber HP-57 Halifax Mk, HP-58 Halifax Mk, 2, HP-59 Halifax Mk, 2 Series, HP-61 Halifax Mk, 3, HP-63 Halifax Mk, V-7, HP-70 Halifax Mk, 8 Halton Airliner, HP-65 Design for developed Halifax with new low-drag 113 feet wing, turbo-supercharged Hercules engine, HP-66 Design for developed Halifax ordered to specification B-27 43rds, provisionally called Hastings B. Abandoned after end of war, HP-69 Design for developed Halifax with turbo-blower exhaust Hercules 100, provisionally called Hastings Mark II, prototype ordered but shelved 1944 HP-71 Halifax Mk, IX, HP-67 Hastings Military Transport, Handley Page Hermes Airliner HP-68 Hermes I, HP-74 Hermes II, HP-81 Hermes IV, HP-82 Hermes V, HP-75 Manx tailless research aircraft, HP-80 Victor four-engined bomber, HP-88 Victor research aircraft, HP-115 Delta-winged research aircraft, HP-100 reconnaissance bomber 2 or 330, HP-137 Jetstream twin-turboprop feedliner, Handley Page designs HPR-1 marathon airliner, HPR-2 basic trainer, HPR-3 Herald airliner, HPR-5 marathon engine testbed, HPR-7 Dart Herald airliner,